if you've followed the channel for a while, you'll know that I absolutely love GTA. So I know a lot about its cars and its history of cars and such, so what I'm going to be doing today is actually making the Sultan TT inside GTA Online on next gen. Now, the Sultan and Sultan RS are makeable in this game, we already know this, and in GTA 4 there was actually an extra version of the Sultan available in the game.
Here for the magic touch?
Yes, I am. And that Sultan that was available in the game was a Sultan TT. It was a kind of weird blue colour, and it was a kind of a combination of just being a normal Sultan, but had some awesome body parts that weren't on the Sultan RS, but it was kind of, I don't know, it was in the middle somewhere. So I really want to make that car and have it in my garage because it was just a car I absolutely loved. And I think anyone that played GTA 4 and knows that car will appreciate that car. So, let's get into the actual build here. So, what we could do is go with the brakes and stuff, but I'm not going to do that. What I want to do is actually just go straight into the colour first, because I know that straight away is going to remind me of the Sultan TT. So, if we go for a metallic, we need to go for a kind of certain shade of blue. So, let's find that straight away. You can see straight away we've already got a Sultan RS by just changing the colour. So, if you didn't know how to make a Sultan RS, there you go. I just taught you how to make one. But we're not going to make that today, we're going to make the Sultan TT. So I'm a metallic, and we need to find a certain shade of blue. So I've gone with the racing blue. So then what you need to do is go to the next one, go to metallic, and go to the exact same colour that you set this one. So I'm going to go for racing blue once again. There we go, racing blue, apply the racing blue, and we have the colour of our Sultan TT already done and sorted. So then what I'm going to do is go over to, what do we have? Spoiler. So the spoiler was actually a big part of the Sultan TT as well. And that is the spoiler it had on the actual car. As for the suspension, you could lower it completely, but I'm actually going to keep it at about sport suspension so I can lower it myself. Transmission, I'm going to upgrade the transmission. Turbo, going to upgrade the turbo. I hope she bloody does. And then we go back to the top, go to the bumpers. Now, this is an important part. You could go for this, and it does in some sense look similar to the actual one, but in actuality, the actual bumper on this thing was always similar to this one, so I'm going to stick with this one.
That's a beauty right there.
I know it is, right? And then for the rear bumper, I'm actually going to apply that. Now, it doesn't necessarily have that, but I just think it looks better overall to myself. So you could stick with the normal one if you really wanted to keep it as close to genuine as possible. And I'm going to put the custom exhaust on there. And as for the hood, now this is also another important part. I'm also going to put on the double vented hood because that was on it. And also, finally, go for the actual license plate here. It was a black license plate, so I'm going to put the black license plate on there. And once again, this is completely optional. It wasn't on the actual car, but you could put a roll cage in there to make it look absolutely beautiful inside, but I'm not too sure on it myself because I want to keep it kind of original. And once again, it adds on the Sultan RS logo, so, you know, I don't want that on there. But then for that, we could apply the roof. That was not on the actual car, but honestly, I think it looks a little bit nicer with it, so I'm going to put that on myself. And then for the skirts, we're going to put on the actual upgraded skirt. Now, unfortunately, we can't change the colour of stock wheels on this game, so what we need to do is actually find ones very, very similar to what these wheels are, because these are pretty much the exact same wheels that were on the Sultan TT on GTA 4, so we could keep these as they are, but they were a kind of bronze colour, and I'd much prefer having slightly different rims with a bronze colour than the other way around. So what we can do is go for, I would suggest going for the Endo under the sports class of rims, and then go into colour, and we're going to choose it for a darker bronzy brown colour, because that's what the wheels actually were. So if we go for we could go for a bronze colour. Yeah, let's go for the bronze. And we could add on the wheel accessories if you want to, but those weren't on the actual car. So once you've done all that, the Sultan TT is pretty much complete. It's not identical to the actual car, but it's as close as we're probably going to get on this. If you've got any suggestions about the wheels or any other things on this car, be sure to let me know down in the comments. But what I think we should do now is go and take this thing for a drive. So what I love about this car is it's really, really close to it. And as I said, people that actually played GTA 4, well, that found this car and found out how to get this car, they will definitely appreciate this car and kind of be like, whoa, how did you get that kind of thing, because it's just one of those cars that's like, yeah, I know that car. And I don't think a lot of people would really have this design, because honestly, I don't think a lot of people were really that into GTA 4 compared to what a few other people that I can speak to were, because we kind of made up our own games and such and extended the life of the game and that sort of thing. But, you know, if you want a kind of unique car, here you go, here's the Sultan TT. Be sure to let me know what you think of the car down in the comments, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. Peace.